Have you ever felt completely overwhelmed, like your mind is a crowded, noisy room, filled with worry, distractions, and yesterday's problems? We all carry so much mental baggage, the grudges we can't let go of, the what-ifs that keep us up at night, and the endless to-do lists. This constant mental clutter doesn't just make us tired. It actually prevents us from absorbing the new, life-changing knowledge and opportunities that are right in front of us. Think about that for a second. The reason you might feel stuck isn't a lack of effort, but a lack of space in your mind. Today, I'm going to share a powerful, ancient story that cuts right to the heart of this problem and reveals the one simple thing we must do before we can truly grow. Stick around, because this lesson can instantly change how you approach learning, advice, and life itself. Our story takes us to ancient Japan, where a highly educated university professor traveled a long distance to meet a famous Zen master named Nan-in. The professor wasn't just seeking knowledge. He saw himself as a respected intellectual, someone who already knew most of the answers. He came to Nan-in full of questions, but also full of his own opinions and theories. As soon as he arrived at the master as a simple homme, he immediately began to speak. He listed his academic accomplishments, described the complex philosophical problems he was solving, and explained in great detail why he needed the master's wisdom. He didn't just ask for guidance. He practically lectured the master on how much he already understood about the world. Nan-in listened patiently, offering only a small, calm smile. Eventually, the master offered the visiting professor some tea. He picked up the kettle, placed a cup in front of the professor, and began to pour. And then, he just kept pouring. The professor watched in surprise as the hot, dark liquid filled the cup, rose to the brim, and began to spill over onto the saucer. It continued to flow, cascading onto the table, and finally, onto the professor's lap. "Master," the professor cried out, jumping back. "The cup is full. You can't pour any more tea into it." Nan-in finally stopped pouring. He looked the professor directly in the eye and said, "Just like this cup, you are full of your own opinions and speculations. How can I possibly show you Zen unless you first empty your cup?" This story is a powerful metaphor for a profound truth. To truly learn something new, to really absorb a piece of powerful advice, you have to be willing to set aside what you think you know. You must create mental space. The master was telling the professor that his existing knowledge, his pride, and his mental noise were acting as a barrier. You can't pour fresh water into a cup that's already overflowing with stale water. It's a simple concept, but it's something we all struggle with. When we approach a new situation, a new piece of advice, or a new challenge, we often do it with a full cup. We're so busy thinking about what we already know, what we disagree with, or how it relates to our past experiences, that we don't leave any room for the new information to actually sink in. This story is a mirror for all of us. When you watch a new tutorial, when a friend gives you difficult but good advice, or when you read a book with a challenging idea, do you enter that experience with an empty cup, or are you already overflowing with defensiveness and distraction? The true lesson here isn't about tea. It's about receptivity. It's about letting go of the stress from yesterday's meeting, the argument from this morning, and the belief that you've heard it all before. True growth doesn't happen when you add more information to a cluttered mind. It happens when you clear out the old to make way for the new. It's a conscious choice. So, how do we do this in our daily lives? Before you start a new task, before you listen to advice, before you even sit down to learn something new, take a moment, take a deep breath, and consciously decide to set aside your preconceived notions. Tell yourself, "I am open. I am ready to receive." Empty your cup of the anxieties, the ego, and the noise. Make space for the new idea. Make space for the positive change. Make space for the peace that comes from letting go of the clutter. If you want to achieve the mindset shifts you've been chasing, you have to start by emptying your mind. If this story resonated with you, if it gave you a moment of clarity on what might be holding you back, then take a second right now and tap that like button. It helps this message reach more people who really need to hear it. And if you want more powerful stories and life-changing motivation that cuts through the noise and gives you the mental tools you need to succeed, then be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and remember to empty your cup today.